guys, I am back, and today I am doing day 6, and I kind of have my stuff already kind of figured out what I want to do. So hopefully this will be a live, kind of a semi-quick video. So I'm going to be using this Bring on the Magic card. I think it's very, very cute. It is from the Ali Edwards 2015 kit. I'm also going to be using this Loving. It matches with the blues, so that's why I picked that. It also matches good with the, with the Snow and Cocoa line from Crate Paper. So this story today is going to be about putting up the Christmas lights. My husband put the Christmas lights up for the first time probably in about 14 years. We've been living at our house for quite some time. I think we put lights up the first Christmas that we were here, and then we haven't put them up since. So we decided last year when all the lights were on clearance to go and pick a bunch up, and so we are using these. And unfortunately, we had a one whole strand that's not working. So most of the stuff on the house looks good, but we had to pull one strand down, and my husband's supposed to be troubleshooting, and that hasn't happened yet because it has been crazy at our house. So like I said, I really like the Snow and Cocoa line, and this is a die cut from there, and it really matches well with this color scheme. And here is one of the chipboard pieces from the Snow Cocoa chipboard set. I'm just going to be layering it like this, and I did take the sticky off of these so I can move them around, and I just used this EK Success powder tool. I really like this so that you can add a little bit of the powder. It's like a baby powder inside, and then you can kind of move around your die cuts, or not die cuts, but stickers or chipboard pieces without having them stick. And I tend to use liquid glue when I go to stick them down anyway, so it's not really that big of a deal because I usually add an extra layer adhesive. So for this, I'm going to probably layer this little guy right here, and I'm going to do journaling on this. I haven't decided how I'm going to do this. I think I'm going to do it in my computer and then attempt to put this card through my printer. We'll have to see how that works. I'm a little nervous because I don't want to mess this card up, or I may just print on vellum and then adhere it. That's kind of my go-to if I'm worried about, excuse me, worried about not working very well. And so on this, so this is the left side of the page. And then on the right side of the page, I'm going to be using this large photo of my daughter sitting and watching TV. And it is a blue screen right now. It actually had something on it, but I took a little blemish tool and cleaned off what was there because I didn't want to have something that was very distracting. But because that blue is there, it still is semi-distracting. What I decided to do is add a little bit of chipboard on this side. So I thought this would be a good place to highlight the chipboard because I did want to use a black piece, and I'll show you over here. I'm going to use some black, and that's why I wanted to bring the color across. And this photo is pretty dark, but I wanted to have this here, and I thought having the blue and the up here would kind of make this pop or make you see it. It kind of draws your eye to it anyway because it's blue compared to the rest of the photo. So I thought I would do that. I'm going to add one of these Ali Edwards stars up here as well, again, just to draw your eye to this part of the photo. I am going to be using those badges that I got from Michaels, and I'm going to use this for my day 6, and I'm just going to stick that about there. And then just to do something fun, I'm going to have an overlay that goes like this, and I like how this looks on top of this photo. It may not be quite centered, unfortunately, just because of how everything's going to go in the binder, but I really like how that looks, and I am mixing silvers and golds, and that's fine with me. I don't really mind. I think a lot of times I do separate them out, but I am going to be using a little bit of silver on this layout, and I'm actually going to be using some of these silver black words over here too to kind of tie the silver from this and the gold and everything kind of all together. I am going to, because this photo is a little bit small, I want to make it fit in the pocket. So I'm going to be putting it on top of this paper, and I'm going to be trimming this down just a little bit because I want this to fit in one of the 6x8-ish pocket sizes. So I do want this to go in here as well. And then I am going to take this beautiful glitter paper, and I'm going to kind of use this as an accent on the right-hand side of this page and kind of see how that looks. And I might throw in a little bit of this washi tape or this washi tape. I haven't decided yet. I'm kind of going to play with it and see how things go. And I think that's kind of the plan. So I'm going to go start trimming and things like that, and then I will be back in just a second. All right, so this is what I ended up coming up with. I actually ended up taking one of the whole sheets of the Ali Edwards 2015 paper from the paper collection. And I really like this little sweater photo paper or paper. I thought that was really pretty, but I didn't want to waste any of the inside, so I just cut it out. I did trim it down just a little bit so it fit on this card. And I think what I'm going to end up doing is this will sit on top, and then I'm going to use this strip of the silver washi right there, and then I'm going to have this gold just peeking out from behind the scallops here. So I think that's going to end up looking really pretty. And this is just going to sit here like this. And then I was able, which is amazing, so this is the first time I think I've done this, or at least in a long time, I was able to get this print on this card. So I just printed first on some cardstock, or not so cardstock, but some printer paper. And then I glued the card down to that printer paper. And then when I'd finished, I glued that down and then I put it through my printer and it printed perfectly on here. So I'm pretty excited about how that worked. Sometimes this doesn't work as well as I would expect it to. And with this being the only card, I was a little nervous, but it ended up working out really well. I'm just going to take some of this adhesive off a little bit just because I don't want it sticking to my table. And then I'm going to adhere these 6. Now, because I put that journaling down, I'm not exactly sure if it's going to end up, the badge here is going to fit on the page in the same spot. So I may have to rethink where I'm putting that. So let's see if that will work. Yeah, see, I didn't really take in consideration where this badge was going to go. So I just have to figure out how I want to do this instead. Now, unfortunately, I wish we could trim this and then put this on, but it isn't going to work that way. So I'm not sure. I may put it... It may look cute like right there. I may do that and tuck it down just a little bit. So I have to, these are all have the pin backs on them, so I will take the pin back off, but I think I'm going to end up adhering it right about there. I really think that looks cute there. So yeah, I think this is pretty much what it's going to end up look like. I'm going to try to trim this all up and then stick it all down, and then I'll be back in just a little bit with the final product. All right, I am back. I glued this whole side of the page down. I'm going to be working on the badge. I actually put some glue on the back and some foam, but I wanted to add some string or thread on the other side too, and I have this gold thread that I've been using, and if it cooperates with me, I'm going to put it underneath the badge just to give it a little extra texture. So let's see if we can get this to cooperate. Sometimes it's got like because it's this metallic thread, it kind of has a mind of its own, so it doesn't always like to cooperate really nicely. I'm going to see. That might be a little bit too much. I may have to make that a little tighter. Yeah, I'm going to make that a little tighter. Let me see. I'm going to try wrapping it around a bottle and seeing if that helps. But yeah, sometimes it has this silver or this metallic thread really has a mind of its own. So I'm going to wrap this around here, and then I am going to work on this side of the page over here. I'm thinking I'm going to put a little bit of this string over there as well to add just a little bit of extra something for some texture and just bringing that gold around the page. What I need to do is buy some silver thread. I really like how this gold thread looks, and I never picked up silver. I think I definitely need to get some of that. All right, let's see if that's going to behave there. I'm going to stick this number 6 down right there in the middle, I think. Let me pull it, tease it out a little bit more. There, and I don't really need to show a lot. I just wanted to have a little bit of a texture to it. So trim off some of these little extra pieces. There, and like I said, I don't necessarily want it to be sticking out a whole lot, but that's just perfect amount. And then I'm going to try to tuck a little bit of it over here as well, if I can get it to come on off the thread roll. And then pretty much, I think I'm going to pretty much call this page done then. I don't think I need a whole lot more to it. Yeah, I think I'm pretty much just going to stick with this the way it is. I do need to glue these guys down, so I'll probably should do that first before I put a little thread bundle. I'm going to put the thread bundle underneath the Christmas tree, or the little tree. Excuse me, I am getting over a cold, so I apologize for my clearing of my throat. My daughter had got sick. She brought it home to the rest of the family. My husband got sick. Not terribly, terribly bad, but he was feeling pretty cruddy the last couple of days, and now I think it's kind of attacking me. It's been lingering for a little bit, but finally I think it's grabbed a bit of a hold, but I don't feel too terrible. I just sound really bad. So, all right. Yeah, I think I'm going to try to see if I can get this. Since it's already kind of curly, because it was on the roll, I'm going to try to kind of go with it. See if I can kind of use the thread already in that kind of curly look. It's crazy. All right, let me get this glued down. See if we can get this to cooperate in a way that looks nice. Yeah, I think I can just do it like that, kind of like a figure 8. That works. Yeah, I think I like that. Yeah, I like that. I think I'm going to try to use a little bit of liquid adhesive on some of the spots, but I think that's going to be good. This is the nice thing about this fine line bottle. You can really get into some tight spots to get some glue in where you want it. And yeah, I think I kind of like this. I'm going to look at this other side too and see what it looks like. This is the overlay, like I said, that I'm putting on this. I don't know. I really like how that turned out. I think I am going to leave it like this. I may do a little bit of zigzag stitching. And if I do, you'll see that in the photos. And I may add a little bit of stitching here. I'm just not quite sure yet. But I think I'm pretty much going to keep it the way it is and call it good for now. So this is day 6. Thank you guys for watching. And I will talk to you again next time. Bye-bye.